ask Iran. They're negotiating now. They don't want us to hit them. You know, we have a big fleet going over there.
As US and Iranian officials prepare to meet, US military activity across the wider region has suddenly increased, signaling a parallel show of force alongside diplomacy. The BBC has verified the arrival of new US aircraft, naval vessels, and drones into the Gulf over the past week, marking a notable buildup of American assets. A third US Air Force E-11A aircraft has also been tracked arriving in Saudi Arabia, according to the BBC's flight monitoring. The E-11A is capable of acting as an in-air communications hub, allowing US and allied forces to share data quickly and securely across the battle space. Most specialized aircraft show up last, plane tracking expert Stephen Watkins told the BBC, suggesting this deployment could indicate a more advanced operational phase. In addition, satellite images have revealed around a dozen US F-15 fighter jets deployed to the Muwaffaq Salti airbase in Jordan. An MQ-9 Reaper combat drone and multiple A-10C Thunderbolt II attack jets have also arrived at the same base, further boosting US air power in the area. At the same time, a German airbase operated by the United States has announced it is now running operations around the clock, highlighting a broader regional surge in readiness. The BBC has tracked the US Navy destroyer USS Delbert D. Black as it transited the Suez Canal and moved into the Red Sea, adding to the growing American military presence in the region. US Navy operations have expanded, with MQ-4C Triton surveillance drones now flying regular missions over the Gulf to monitor activity and bolster maritime awareness. These flights are complemented by P-8 Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft and E-3G Sentry airborne early warning planes, creating a layered network of reconnaissance and early warning. In addition, a carrier strike group led by the USS Abraham Lincoln is already deployed near Yemen, according to reports, further reinforcing US naval power close to key shipping lanes. This broader buildup is unfolding against the backdrop of heightened diplomatic tensions between Washington and Tehran, as both sides edge towards sensitive talks. The United States has issued a strong advisory urging its citizens currently in Iran to leave the country immediately due to the deteriorating security environment. The same advisory warns Americans to be prepared to depart without any direct assistance from the US government, underscoring the seriousness of the situation. This warning comes just ahead of US-Iran talks in Oman, where the focus is expected to be on Iran's nuclear program and the possibility of easing the dangerous standoff. US Virtual Embassy in Iran wrote, and I quote, "Protests across Iran continue to escalate and may turn violent, resulting in arrests and injuries. Increased security measures, road closures, public transportation disruptions, and internet blockages are ongoing. The government of Iran has restricted access to mobile, landline, and national internet networks. Airlines continue to limit or cancel flights to and from Iran, with several suspending service. US citizens should leave Iran now. Consider departing Iran by land to Turkey or Armenia, if safe to do so. Have a plan for departing Iran that does not rely on US government help. If you cannot leave, find a secure location within your residence or another safe building. Have a supply of food, water, medications, and other essential items. Avoid demonstrations, keep a low profile, and stay aware of your surroundings. Monitor local media for breaking news. US-Iranian dual nationals must exit Iran on Iranian passports. The Iranian government does not recognize dual nationality and will treat US-Iranian dual nationals solely as Iranian citizens. US nationals are at significant risk of questioning, arrest, and detention in Iran. Showing a US passport or demonstrating connections to the United States can be reason enough for Iranian authorities to detain someone, unquote. Iran, meanwhile, has repeatedly signaled that its forces are militarily ready in case a conflict breaks out with the United States or its allies. On February 5, Iranian state media announced that the Khorramshahr-4 ballistic missile had been tested and deployed in underground facilities, highlighting the country's focus on survivable launch sites. According to those reports, the missile is said to be capable of carrying a warhead of around 1.5 tons and has an estimated range of up to 2,000 kilometers, putting much of the region within reach. Recently, Iran also unveiled what it described as an underwater missile city near the strategically vital Strait of Hormuz, as reported by the New Arab, showcasing hidden launch infrastructure along key maritime choke points. US and Iranian officials are scheduled to meet in Oman, marking a new diplomatic push at a time when tensions between the two countries are soaring. Iran will be represented by Abbas Araghchi, while Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner are expected to present the US side during the talks. If the talks go ahead as planned, this would be the first official meeting between Iran and the United States since the war that erupted in June 2025. Reports suggest that Washington is pressing to put Iran's nuclear program at the very top of the agenda in these negotiations. The United States is also reportedly seeking to raise concerns about Iran's missile program and its support for non-state allied groups across the region. Tehran, however, has maintained that it is only willing to discuss its nuclear program and does not intend to broaden the talks beyond that, according to reports. At the same time, President Trump has warned that a big fleet is moving toward Iran even as negotiations continue, underscoring the high-stakes nature of this diplomatic effort.
Ask Iran. They're negotiating now. They don't want us to hit them. We have a big fleet going over there.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.